All right, welcome back to another edition of the End of Day Post-Wave Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from Post-Wave Trading, home of the world famous Post-Wave Price Trigger reports. All right, so you already know what has happened today, so we're going to take a look at these charts. Now, you know we're in earnings season. You already know that. You know what it is. So things can get a little, you know, dicey during the trading day, and also things can get a little crazy in the after hours, extended hours trading. But you already know that coming into it, so I won't bore you with that. But let's take a look at this first chart here of the euro. So as you can see, we hit a new weekly high today. The market's right there, just a few ticks shy of the bottom of the Kumo cloud, which is the initial upside target. The next target now is going to be I'm gonna call it 101 100, something like that. We'll say that's the next upside target because that's right there. Um, that 101 is going to be at the top of the Kumo cloud there. So that's the next stop that we're looking for the market to go to, and that is the euro. So if the euro is going to keep marching, that means the U.S. dollar is going to keep getting weaker, correct? But I don't know because we're still in this bear market, and there's a strong possibility the bears could be getting ready to come back into this market. So tread lightly, but you do have your reports. The dashboard's been updated, so you know what to do there. Here is the pound sterling. So the pound sterling now have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Bottom of the Kumo cloud is going to be the initial target, upside target here. And that should put the pound at around 116.45. All right. So 116.45 is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. And I think that's where the market is headed. So you still have a little bit more upside to go. Maybe we'll call it 200 pips to the upside, possibly in your pound sterling. Well, it's to be expected. The market's been so oversold, right? Speaking of markets being oversold, here is the US dollar index, and we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading for the US dollar. And that 109 top of the Kumo cloud is the initial downside target on this move. And yes, the market could overshoot that easily. All right. So just be ready for that if you are operating in the US dollar. Next up is oil, and you've seen the situation where the price at the pump is now detached from reality, because the crude oil prices keep getting weaker and going down every day, and yet the price at the pump seems to be going upwards. Well, we do have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, but that's only to get up here, to get further up in the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and that's going to be around the $83 handle. All right, so I'm thinking that that's where the market is going to go inside of. It's gonna get above. I say 83. I'm at 87. So $87.55 is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. I think that's where the market's going to hug and continue to hug that. And if it gets inside the cloud, then we'll know that the market's going to consolidate for an extended period of time. If it fails to get in deeper inside the cloud, that 87.55 is going to be a very hard resistance. And that's where the bears will probably come in and say, okay, this little test of a bounce is over and done. It's time for the bears to relock in. So definitely have both your eyes and ears open when you're operating in the oil. Next up is your metals mining. Look at your gold and silver miners. This is ticker XME. And as you can see, this one has now rallied enough to get it above the bottom of the Kumo cloud and now the top of the Kumo cloud. So this one is now trying to establish a significant bull run off of the bear market lows. I don't know if we've actually put in a low yet. Yes, I know you had a bottom back here, and yeah, you made some bottoms back here, but they're not 52-week lows. See, you probably were not paying attention. These are not 52-week lows. These are just bottoms. These are just supports. Supports can be easily broken too, might I add. All right, so keep that in mind as we are moving forward, that these are just support zones. And technically speaking, the market's still consolidated because you're not trending. You haven't broken out or broken down. You're just moving sideways. So it makes it look like there's something going on. But if this market wants to show off and try to lock in more of an upside, you're going to draw your resistance. And that's going to be at we'll call it $53.95. So we'll just round it off and say you got significant resistance at the $54 mark. So that's, $6 away from where you are now. So you got a little bit of potential upside profit still in the coffers on the table for XME. All right, next up we have gold. So looking at what gold did or didn't do today, it's still in a neutral zone. It's neither rallying nor crashing. It's just floating sideways with a slightly bullish bent after bouncing off of the technical 52-week lows. So nothing really going on in gold. Looking at silver. Well, silver has been a little bit more active than gold. Got above the Kumo cloud, but can it stay there? Can it stay there? Believe it or not, it has now also moved into a neutral position. All right. You're now looking flat to neutral in silver after all this struggling just to get barely above the Kumo cloud. Now it's struggling. It struggled last time it got above the cloud too. It couldn't hold it and fell right back down immediately. So is this going to be a wash, rinse, repeat? Well, for right now, silver has moved into the neutral, ladies and gentlemen. You are neutral in gold and you are neutral in silver. What about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin woke up today. We had a significant rally. The market's attempting to get back into the bottom of the Kumo cloud, which would put the prices above 21,000. So it's trying to get above that psychological resistance barrier of 21,000. The bulls do have the advantage in the market at the moment. I think that this last bot check that we got was right on target because look, here we go, exploding upwards. There was a buildup here, and then here's the explosion here. Whenever you see the green diamond, that's a positive bot check. That is money entering into this market to push it. That's the machines turning on. All right. And when you see the red diamond, it's the same thing in reverse. It's right here with the machines getting activated to start selling. And then you had this big down day right here. The process started here, and then you had the big one right here. So yeah, the system picks all that good stuff up. That's why these reports are priceless. All right. Next up is the last one on here, and that is Ethereum. So Ethereum had a very significant, powerful day, got right up there to just shy of the 1500 upside psychological resistance. Actually hit 1527, so I take that back. So he touched it and then pulled back. So is this one going to try to get into the cloud? Haven't been in the cloud for a long time. So this is a very interesting one. The market is really trying to get something going here. Can it sustain the rally? We have a new weekly high. Can it come in here and sustain it? The only problem I have is the bearish pointer here, that the same one that the Bitcoin shows. It hasn't been tested or taken out. So I'm thinking this is just a wider sideways consolidation move where you're extending the upper side of the range and the lower end of the range has already been established back here. So yeah, if you're receiving gains on the long side after taking the rally alert here, or even taking the last one here last night, You're going to want to try to lock in some profit. Don't let it get away from you. All right. No, you don't ever want to turn those into, you don't ever want to hurt yourself by taking losses when you're in a profitable trade. We just don't do those sort of things. All right. So start to pop your way through the trade. Be smart. All right. I see you there if you wanting to see some Litecoin. All right. I think Litecoin is still probably fast asleep. Let me see if I can wake them up for you. All right. So your Litecoin rallied, but left you with another bearish pointer. So you got one here now, and then you got one back here. So the Litecoin, it tried to do something, got up to the bottom of the Kumo cloud. At least it reached that initial upside target. The question is, what is it going to do now, right? So likewise, if you have any gains here, you're going to want to start popping your way through it so that you don't get caught in a dynamic give and go where it gives back all those gains. You do not want that to happen. All right, AMPX. Let's see what you got here. All right. Is this a new one? Because nothing's coming up. AMPX. Yeah, I got a lot of securities with the AMP, but not with the AMPX, which means on my repository they must have changed the ticker. So I would need the name of that particular security for AMPX. All right, APPN. All right, that's Appian. It's on the NASDAQ. So I got that one, pulling that one up now. All right, so this one had a nice little rally today as well. It hit the first objective, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So this the initial profit target has been reached. Where the market goes from here is a very good question. It's you're now already at first target. Second target will be the top of the Kumo cloud at 50. So same story. If you're enjoying the gains from the initial rally alerts, you're going to want to start popping your way through this one as well. Start locking in some profit. All right, the next one is MULN. And this is Mullen on the NASDAQ as well. Let's see how this one is faring. All right, so this one also hit initial profit objective of the bottom of the Kumo cloud. The next one, is upside target, is around the 90-cent level, which is the top of the Kumo cloud. This one is interesting, though, because you had your initial rally alert here. You got up here, and you had this crash alert that flip-flopped to a rally alert. So this one probably may have run its course. Definitely keep your eyes open if you are long in that one. See if you can start popping your way through that one as well so you don't get caught off guard. All right, IRPR. This is Innovative Industry Properties. All right, let me check this one out. Okay, so this one already hit first and second profit objective, which is the top of the Kumo cloud. So where this one goes from here is interesting. We'll see, but it's already at the secondary resistance zone. I think the next upside target will be 105, between 105 and 110 if the market can get there. But again, start locking in some profits and popping your way through that as well, because you don't want to give back all of your gains. All right, next up is ENSV. All right. And on this one, let's see here. All right, so this one here has a crash alert for tomorrow's trading. I recognize you have a bullish pointer from the day before, so it's possible the market could try to come up here and test or take that out. If this crash alert is going to really be significant, then the market will probably attempt to test or take this out and then fail and then drop in the next couple of days. That's a possibility. It's hard to tell because The last crash alert, bona fide alert you got back here gave you no downside production at all. The market reversed and rallied. Maybe it's the same story here. So it depends on if you're long or short already in this one. If you're long in this one already, then you're just going to have to watch it and start popping your way through it and see if you can lock in some profit. If not, this is one that you're going to have to watch, because when you start getting those flip-flopping on the signals, it usually means the market is running out of steam. So you definitely want to keep your eye on it. All right. The Amperius Therapeutic, is that a new security? Because I'm not even getting anything under that name. So if that's new, then that's why I'm not seeing it, because it's not on the repository yet from the exchange. But yeah, under AMPR, yeah, I'm not seeing it. So it must be new or something. I'm not seeing it. All right, folks. So that's all we got time for today. Go ahead, smash that like button. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Peace.